Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guide, and in this video I'm just going to be talking about cannabis stocks and commodities, so stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell down below, give me a thumbs up, I appreciate it. I'm just doing crazy ass, hopefully that'll show up in my thumbnail. Yeah, so I'll give a shout out to David Modell. He called me Mad Max of financial YouTubers. So I got a friend from work and he gave me my a Netflix password, so I'm gonna watch that. I've got my days off this Saturday and Sunday, so I work on Monday night. So yeah, shout out to David Modell, check out his channel. Yeah, so Suncor, I sold my Suncor calls because oil went up a lot and then it just was looking to go down, so I may re-enter. I'm not sure about the oil trade, just nothing's really clear right now, so I just wanted to sell out. I still have my Encana calls. Yeah, so in my last video it wasn't very well received. I was chewing Nicorette gum, and I don't know, I guess not a lot of people want to hear me talk about oil and gas, but look, oil and gas could go up a lot potentially, so you might want to check out that video again. And I wish I could do a better video without chewing gum and redo it, but I just don't really think I will have the time to do that. I got a busy life right now. Okay, so Valence Growworks, yeah, they got some deal with Shoppers Drug Mart. That's bonus. That's awesome. I think I realized, like, okay, I checked my cash account. I only have 100 shares in VGW. I thought I had 200, but I have 200 shares in Labs. So Labs got the deal with CHRONOS today for vapes. So that's awesome. I like that. I was listening to the CEO on my letter video, and you know, they got some really impressive management team, and just like people they work with, people from the pharma background. So I think that MediPharm Labs is going to be a killer company for like a long time. I really do believe in the company. I wish I had more shares at a cheaper price, but you know, you win and you lose in trading and investing, and I'm just not really gonna buy much more. I think I'd prefer to buy more True Leaf. I got some cash money from my cash account, so I may pick up 100 shares if they're under $5 for Labs soon, and then maybe sprinkle it with some True Leaf, or maybe even Valence if it goes down, or Zenabis. Zenabis operational update. What was it? 1900 kgs for August. So look, people there trying to do all these math on Twitter, and okay, I think they sell it for about, on average, maybe $3.50 to $4 with provinces, and then when they're wholesaling it, I think they only sell it for around like $3.25 to $3.75. So their prices aren't the greatest, but the fact that they can produce it for so cheap, then you know, it gives them an advantage if they, like, when they start growing, say 50,000 kgs a year, 100,000 kgs a year, right? So I was looking at the report, okay, so I backtracked right to Zenabis, and it was saying that for 2020 they're supposed to do 260 million revenues with 50 million EBITDA, and then with I think Aurora, they saying around 600 or 700 million with I think 200 million EBITDA, or maybe it was even like 800 million for 2020. So if you compare those numbers, right, and then you compare market caps, then Cannabis looks really cheap, right? Because it's based on, say, Cannabis is at about a 250 million like fully diluted, or 300 million if you want, if maybe there's something that I just don't know about for shares. So yeah, it's a 300 million market cap, right? And then Aurora is trading around, I don't know, $6 or $6.50. I haven't checked in the last day. I think they're $7, somewhere around that. And then they have 1.1 billion shares. So they're close to like 7.5 billion, right? So they're 25 times higher price, but then they're only going to do about 3 times more in revenues for 2020, and then for their EBITDA, they're going to just do 4 times more than Cannabis. So if you look at it, then if you look at the valuation from what it is right now, just based on the revenue and EBITDA, that Cannabis should be a lot closer to Aurora in market cap. Cannabis should be worth about $1 billion in market cap, and then that would be a lot more equal. You could even do like $2 billion, and that would be pretty close to where it should be based on the revenues and the EBITDA. But the market's not like just based off of revenue and EBITDA. It's based off of cash position. It's based on other acquisitions and all that stuff. So, but at the same time, I do think if you compare it to Aurora, I think that Cannabis should probably be around like at least $700 to $1 billion in market cap versus Aurora. So that's just my take, right? I do own about 4,500 shares, full disclosure. Yeah, so then what else? With gold, because the rate cut was 0.25%, and then that happened, and then there was like some crazy talk with repo, and yeah, I mean, I don't have enough time to talk about that today, but I am gonna just kind of talk about, there was some liquidity concerns, so they're just lowering the interest rate so then they can keep going on with the charade. Listen, if you want to learn more about this stuff, watch Greg Manarino. He's an expert on talking about all this financial stuff. Yeah. So, but basically they did the rate cut, so then there's going to be probably more rate cuts, then gold and silver should be able to go up higher. I just think that gold and silver are extremely manipulated, and it shows because you cannot manipulate it the same way that you can manipulate it with palladium, because palladium has about 10 times, it's about 10 times rarer than gold is, so they can't keep it down on the papers market, whereas they can do it with gold and silver. So if there was enough retail buying and there wasn't so much manipulation, I mean, it's these big guys, JP Morgan, they've gotten caught for it. I don't know exactly, like, they get fined. I don't know all the exact stuff, but there's reports on them getting caught for manipulation with the gold and silver markets, especially the silver market. So yeah, that's just my take. And then if you look at the 8-to-1 ratio from gold to silver, then really that silver should be trading around, I think, $200. I think it should be trading around $150 to $200, and it's trading around $17. So that's based on how rare it is. Now, I mean, there's other things to take into context, but yeah, it just gives you something to think about if you look at the silver price being around $18. So anyways, yeah, I mean, look, Bruce Linton's back in the picture. He's working with SLANG, he's working with some other companies. I don't have the list exactly. There's some public companies. He may be working with another company coming up, maybe Vireo, maybe who knows. I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. I'm really hoping that some catalyst starts coming out, a big company gets a big deal, and then start pumping up in the market, because this, it's been too long. I was expecting for stocks to go up a lot quicker, and, I was wrong on my predictions, but, that's life. But we still got till about the end of the year, I think, for things to really start bumping up. This is compound interest in the market updates, talking about gold, silver, oil, and then cannabis stocks such as MetaPharm Labs, Valence Growworks, and Zenabis, and a few others, Aurora, mixed in with this. I hope you enjoyed this content, and I gave you some valuable insight into your looking into the markets and with investing. Keep compound that info, listening to my lingo, and take care, and enjoy the weekend coming up, and peace. I'm out.